What do you want from me? You want me to give you what? You want me to serve you? You want me to do that? Yeah. I'll pay that price that you want so I can get my success. But in that process, you are willingly giving yourself to something that you do not agree to. Giving up your soul is doing something that you do not want to do, but you have to do it to do what? Because that is how someone can get hold of you. Before someone can get anything can get hold of you, he has to look for the very things that you like or the things that you love, and then he uses that as a means to get your soul, to get you where he can always have the ultimate power over you. It's done in so many ways, in rituals, so many rituals. Discover or get somebody close to you. Use that as a means. This is the devil as we talk. The devil incarnate. The devil in its actuality, in its application. Devil in work, at work. This is what we call devil at work, evil at work. It reflects through human beings. It may come through so many angles. We see, because we are different people with different desires and different, aspirations or different information or whatever we hold on to. So most of the information, your conversation as you share with others, you are giving out something about you that you may not know, that the other person is also probably dead, and his main reason is he uses us to do these things. That's it's between us. It's the whatever the force of spirit that is using each other to get that information. You put your data out there, and you there is a survey. The survey will ask you what you like, what you don't like. That's all those surveys, all those things we do to ourselves. There is a point by which others who have lost it are trying to get life back, and the means is let's give them what we have got, so that we can take from them what we have lost, because we know that we have lost something much more, and what we've got now does not mean anything to us. That person is very successful now, but he's lost his soul. So how is he able to get the soul? He thinks in every way that if you have got your soul and you are not successful and you want to be rich, then he had to take your soul and give you the riches that you want. And how is he going to get that? He needs you to submit to him. Submission comes into place. If you submit to me, then in every way I get you. I'll take your blessing, or I'll take your place, and then I'll give you what you want. Now, in that sense, you have lost your soul now. You lose your soul in that process as you are there spending your time with that person, as he's providing for you and giving you what you want. And spiritually, he takes over your life. Then he gives you what you are admiring of him. And then you become like him. And then he goes into and then the process continues. You also learn to see how to be able to get somebody and use that person in the same manner. And this is what is happening. This is exactly what is happening. It is done ritually. It is done naturally, without much awareness, because there is some force out there that inspired it or encourages it. Now, I hope I've been able to pull something out. Now, this sentence you find in this book. That is why I also look down and reject this, because there are some statements in this book that requires your soul. In the Quran, that requires your soul. God in the Jehovah or Allah demanding life. It is also written here that if you give up your whole soul, how the test came in. I say it is mixed up. Tests come from different people. So there are other good written statement tests that has been put here, and the other ones that came from wherever it came from also has been put here. Maybe it will be presented as if the same person that spoke and all that, but human beings are full of errors. It's clearly stated that if we describe God of what we are as a provider and all those things, he doesn't need to take our soul from us. But if there is any suggestion of that nature, or an act that had to be taken a man's soul, requiring for your submission, God doesn't want me to submit to anything. If God wants me to submit, he can make me submit. He doesn't need to put me through any channel or any means to make me submit. It is that which is not God, has not got the ultimate power over me, is what require or try to put me into a situation for me to submit, because that's the only way it can use me or command me to do its wishes for him, whatever the spirit is. So if we claim there is a devil, this along the line, I believe we should think the devil is not the God who created us. The only way he can get our soul to submit to him is the means of which he will put us into a situation where we will serve him. We will do all that. Do you think God wants me to serve him? If God wants me to serve him, why? What will be the toughness thing to do, or why would it be so tough for him? He won't require anything from me. He won't ask anything. If he wants me to serve him, he will just wish it, and I will serve him. He will exercise his power, and I will serve him with no problems at all. But whereby you are experiencing from people of your own nature, or people here and there, or books or whatever, suggesting written text telling that God wants you to serve him and all that, God wants you to worship him, God seeks for worshippers and all that. Why will God seek for worshippers? But the denomination is a small group of people, or a set group of people like Jehovah's or Christian, who the spirit behind it is asking whoever did that test. Like we read in John 4, Jesus was saying to them, God is seeking those who worship him in truth and in spirit. I look at this test and I challenge this and say, okay, let it be true. But so far, nothing of what even the red letter proof of Jesus is even happening. So I challenge the test and I say, okay, if God really is seeking for that, why will God seek for people to worship him in truth and in spirit? He has got all the truth. It is only Jehovah who has got all the truth. According to the Bible, he was there from the beginning. He created everything. What truth do I have? I don't have any honesty in me. Whatever honesty is demanding, at the end of the day, as I say, seeking for a people's soul, is that being honest to him, so that at the end of the day, he's able to discover me. Because Jehovah does not really know. He's not really the all-knowing God. He's not the omniscient God we are trying to. If he's really omniscient, he won't strategize it in such a way by asking me to do what? Be honest and truthful to him. Because if he first asks me to be truthful and honest to him, in that way, my honesty, as a result of my honesty and truthfulness to him, he will discover me. He will know me. He will know the things I did. He will do that, and I use that to sort of strike me or sort of narrate a story about me. But we are looking for the true omniscient God that knows me even better than I know myself. That whatever I have done or I'm doing, he's aware of it. I don't need to tell him. Even if I lie to him, he already knows. You understand? But this one, you can tell that he doesn't know. That is why he's saying, he doesn't know. That is why he's saying that he's looking for those who will worship him in truth. If you have become very honest and truthful to him, then he also help you. This is like going to any rituals or any god or any worshiping god out there. If you go to any Buddhist or any worship, that God will expect you to be very honest to him, because your willingness and your surrendering yourself in that sense will give him room to your life. In some way, you can read the text also, Jesus saying that if I knock at your door and you open to me, I will come in. But if you don't open, I will not come in. That means he has got limitations. He's also saying that he has given us your free will. Now, if God really created me, I'm a machine or like a robot to him. Whatever free will he has given me, anytime he can take that free will away. Like it's written in the Quran and it's written in the Bible. Somewhere there's another text in the Bible that tells you that God has got the power to give and to take. And so whatever free will he can take anytime he wants. He doesn't need my permission to take my life. He doesn't need my permission or to show some courtesy to give me life or to take my life. He doesn't need to do that. Who am I before him? And so whatever this presentation is, let's look at it carefully. The tests are always there. But the man who set it up, Christ himself who set it up, if he did say these things, if he honestly did, if he actually lived and said all these things, but he didn't